These cramps are gonna kill me today. Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner. In this video, I'm gonna talk about things that I would tell my younger self, more exactly my teenage self. So I'm only 22 years old and I don't have a lot of life experience. But what I do know is at this point of my life, there's a lot of things that I have to say to my teenage self, basically to my teenager years when I was in high school, and it's just stuff that pisses me off right now about myself. So that's the point of this whole video and I hope you enjoy it. The most important thing that I have to say is, for goodness sake, stand up for yourself. It's ridiculous the things people did to you, the things people said to you, and it pisses me off to think about it and know that you did not stand up for yourself. Why are you just sitting there? Why are you letting them say those things to you? Why are you letting them do all of those things to you? You gotta stop acting like a doormat. You gotta stop allowing them to walk all over you, and you have to stand up and say enough is enough. It's like they can say or do whatever they can and you're just like, I'm just gonna ignore them. And even though you think at the time ignoring is the best option, sometimes ignoring is best at some times, but there's a limit. And obviously those people reached the limit, they passed the limit, and that's the time when you should stop ignoring them and face them. Just say it's enough. So it's bad enough that you have all those people all over you. It's even worse when you're aware that you have toxic friends around you and you don't do anything about it just because you're scared of being alone. And it makes me really sad that after all those years, only now I learned that it was such a waste of time to hang on fake friends just because I was scared of being alone, because that's the only friend I had. So I was like, well, I have to hang on that friend because I don't want to be alone in high school. It's already awful the way it is, and if I have no one, then it's gonna be even worse. And I know that was my thought process, and that is why I put up with all kinds of bullshit. I seriously did. You have no idea how much BS I just went through with that friend just because I didn't want to get rid of that friend. It's amazing how many years I was able to put up with that person, and right now I regret so much not getting rid of that friend a lot earlier than I actually did. Get rid of the fake friends, get rid of the toxic friends, because having no friends is a lot better than having fake friends. You don't need that in your life. You need people that like you need people that love you need people that support you, and you just need people who are your friends. That's what friends are. They're friends. They help you. They're there for you. That's the whole meaning of the word. So I know that you have all this thing in like your social life going on, but you can do so much better in school. Your problem is that you're lazy. You're not dumb. You're just extremely lazy. That's your main problem. It's like you work hard enough for you to pass, and sometimes you actually work enough to get a good grade, but you can do so much better, and I know that. It's just that you're so lazy to work hard. You're so lazy to, put that extra effort, and now you could have had such good grades and you could be brilliant and everything, and even though you were a good student and the teachers always liked you and all that, you could have done so much better. And this is something that I only realized after school was over, and then suddenly I have nothing to do with my life, and then I start thinking back and I'm like, you know what? I should have studied more. And I'm not talking about, studied more so you can have a brighter future. I'm talking about like for self accomplishment. You could have done so much better, and I think you were kind of aware of that, but you were just like, you know what, I'm too lazy for that. I passed, and I think you just settled for a certain grade, you just settled for it. Even though you knew you could have done better, you're just like, you know what, this is good enough. I'm too lazy for that. I don't care. And that's how teenagers work. They don't care about anything, this is good enough, and they just settle for things like that. If you are aware that you're capable of doing so much better, there's no reason for you to just settle and be lazy about it. Just work harder to reach until you reach your limitations. Just work really hard, okay? Just do the best you can. I know the way school works and the annoying part of what do you want to be when you grow up, and what do you want to do, and what career you want to follow, and what do you want to do after high school, and all those questions. And I know you never had an answer for that, and I still don't have an answer for that. I was never able to answer that question. The truth is, in high school, you have so much pressure to figure out your whole life. The truth is that it is okay for you to not know where your life is going. It's okay for you to not have a clue what to do with your life and what career to have, because let's face it, you're a teen. You're a teenager. You have to ask permission to pee. Why do they want you to figure out what you want to do with your life if you can't even have a free will to pee? You need permission for that. Life is gonna get crazy, and things that you don't even imagine right now are gonna happen, and all of a sudden your whole life is gonna change. Suddenly you're gonna be in another part of the world, and things that you never expected to happen are going to happen. So it doesn't really matter what you think your life is gonna be, because just a couple years later, your whole life is gonna change. Life changes very quickly and in very unexpected ways. So don't feel so pressured to have it all figured out. And what you have to remember is that everything that happens in high school, it might seem like it's the end of the world. You might feel like you can't take it anymore, and you feel like your whole world is falling apart. But the truth is that after high school is over, a few years later, everything that happened in high school will not matter anymore. Yes, you will remember things that happened. Yes, you'll still be hurt by things that happened in high school. But those things are gonna teach you things. All of it that you're going through is temporary. It is not the end of the world. And the best thing you can do is learn from it. And this is everything that I have to say to my teenage self. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are a teenager going through similar things, I hope that maybe you learned something from this video and you will take some of the advice that I gave myself. Well, this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe, because I will see you next time. Bye bye.